Okay, so welcome back. I've actually had to restart doing this part because I realized I had to break it down into sections. I'm probably gonna do 2, 3 videos just of the NNXT because, like I said before, this is I don't know, and this is something truly special to have in just like one piece of software. You got all of these. I mean, Reason is really great. You've got a lot going on in just one piece of software. Just one program, and it's 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 so efficient. It runs so well on even the most basic computers of today. It can run very well. It can handle the power, all of the processing very well. They did some good programming here. I'm pretty impressed. If you want to know what goes into all the calculations on the inside, this is some really good stuff. But the NNXT, this just shows some smart thinking right here. So we're gonna check out the NNXT. So of course, like I said with the Rex files, it's amazing things. You can open them with almost any, well, with all the samplers in in uh in Reason, because this is pretty. It's just a loop sampler, and this is just a sampler. It plays instruments like your keyboards and such, and your pianos and bass sounds, and they're just samples that have been loaded up into it. And the re drum, or the red drum, you know, this it just it's just loading up drum samples, drum sounds, stuff that we are used to working with. Because basically, everyone who uses any sort of electronic equipment is using, to make music, is using some sort of a sampler, except when you're using the synths, because these actually uh, generate their own sound, that's created from within. So we've got the NNXT. Now, when I was first introduced to the NNXT, well, just to Reason, I saw that there was a little arrow here, and when you're messing around and you don't know what's in front of you, you just click anyway. And I clicked it, and this whole thing opened up, and I thought something was broken, and I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what had gone wrong, and I think I had to shut down the program, and restart. And I was really shocked. I didn't know what had gone wrong, because I didn't realize you could just click this and it would close back up, and everything was still alright. I just opened a door, a portal into another dimension, basically, but I just didn't know what it was capable of, and this is what it's capable of. So we can just open a patch up. We're gonna start with just opening the patches up. I think I'm first of all, I'm just going to focus on how to uh, import uh, your Rex files. So we go back to that same piece of audio that we started with. We open that up. You can hear it there, and then you can see it's loaded up in slices inside the NNXT. Right now, that's cool, man. You might think, okay, you kind of saw that when we're looking at the NN19, but once you get deep into it, then you'll see why this is so cool. So we're just gonna initialize this again, so we can show you a little bit more on how you can work with your with chops, Rex files and even wave files. And now you can even open up Rex files and wave files at the same time in the next 19, and have them on the different keys. I think that's what we'll do next, actually. So let's just initialize the patch so we can clear everything out. And then you see there's a little sample browser icon here. We can click that, and what's happened here is that It will be on the desktop. This is the file that we're working with, right? So what's happened here is that this right here actually imports one sound at a time. So for instance, we could take that whole loop that we started with, this right here, right? And we could open it up, right? And you know what? We could just open it up again, and it'll be on the next key. And you know what? We could just open it up, and we could just open it up again, and then on the next key, right? And I'll show you why that's a good thing a little bit later. For some people, you know, some people they're a little bit eccentric when they work with this equipment, and it gets them the results that they want. You know, they do crazy things to achieve their goals. So we're just gonna initialize this again. So I can show you a few more ways of opening up samples. So check it out. So we're working with the Rex files, right? So when you go to the Rex file, remember what we did with the red drum, where we saw that the Rex file is just a container of the slices. So voila, check it out. Same thing right here, and then you can just take a piece of it, just one slice, and you're like, okay, and there it is. It's in there, but it's spread up across all these keys, and it plays at different pitches when you do that. No, and then that's the correct pitch. Okay, right? Now maybe we need to do more. Maybe I need to show you a little bit more, right? Because we've got a little bit of time on the video. Let's see what we can do, because we can go on and on and on and on when it comes to this. And I'm going to go as deep as I can, show you everything I know, and hopefully you can take it a little bit further, and maybe someone can start telling me some new things that I never knew about this, you know. So let's check this out again. Now we have all these slices. Now what we can do is, we've got the first slice selected, hold down shift, select the last one, and boom, all the slices are in, but they're layered on top of each other, right? Ugly sound, but that's not a problem in the NXT. So check it out. We just took in all our sounds, right? And then we go to edit, and then we say automap zones chromatically, and bam, they're all laid keys following each other, just like with the click of a mouse, and it's done, right? So I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna show you something. So remember, if you can see right here, we've opened up some Rex files. But remember those wave files that that we made so we could export to the MPC? Now check it out. We're gonna mix and match these things together. So we go back in, go on the desktop, go into that folder, and we've got all those wave files. Now check this out. Select the first one, hold down shift, the last one, then bam, we've got it all loaded up, right? So now to make sure that we can automap them chromatically, we click just to the left here, then so they're all selected, because that's the whole group, and then we say edit automap source chromatically, and boom, everything mixed and matched. Okay, now I'll check you out in the next video.